Was muted for a second. All right, guys. Welcome back to the Kirby's Barbecue YouTube channel. I am Sean from Kirby's Barbecue. We got TJ from Zoomies and Greg from Brisket Daddy Barbecue. What's going on, gentlemen?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. What's going on with everybody? How's everybody doing?
I'm tired.
I'm beat.
I'm pretty tired myself. It was a little bit of a weekend.
It was definitely a little bit of a weekend.
So, Greg, how did today go? Well, I guess how did the weekend?
Yeah, how'd the weekend go? We'll start with Greg, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. Glad you tuned in. So this week, I got a call on Thursday about 10 minutes before I picked up my son, and it was my carpet cleaner, and he's like, "Hey, I have an event for you. I hear you started your brisket daddy thing, and my wife's church is having a festival, and their food trucks pulled out, and the guy is looking for somebody. You interested?" And I was like, "Okay, sure." I'm like, "Let's talk to the coordinator." The coordinator said, "Hey, man, yeah, I would love it if you could. Like the food trucks, like I don't know how to do this, whatever." They all pulled out, so I have at least 500 people coming, and maybe 1,200. And so he's like, "But we've always had a lot of people." So I was like, "Okay, cool." I went to the store. I bought 2 cases of briskets. That's 8 briskets. I bought 2 cases of ribs, which is 16 slabs of ribs, and enough to feed, I would approximately, 200 people. And if that math is right, right? That's something I'm learning. How many briskets you need for sandwiches and fries? It's a lot, right? I always have too many buns left over
Yeah.
because you never know. But anyways, long story short, maybe 100 people showed up.
Wow.
Maybe 100 people, guys.
Yikes. And that 100 people showed up. That doesn't mean 100 people ate with you.
That is another statement. So,
That's
man, it's definitely a learning experience right now. The guy across from me, the other food truck, there was another food truck guy. He was a gyro, and he is like a more halal food for that community that was in the neighborhood and the members of the church. He got maybe like 5 orders, maybe.
Wow.
He prepared for 300 people. He talked to me afterwards. He came and looked. He was like, "What are you selling, man?" Because everybody was in your line who did come, and he said he had just a handful of customers, and he prepared for 350 people. He was not happy.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we talked about in the barbecue pop-up mastery course, in the barbecue blueprint, in the school group about deposits, right?
Yes. So let's talk about that, Sean.
Yeah.
Want to hold off on that conversation? You want to get into it now because I've been talking to quite a few people about it. I don't want to take over your show, but this is,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, what I have been telling everybody in the school group who we're talking to, who we're coaching, is that if you're going to an event to serve food and you do not know the event coordinator, you've never done an event with them, you haven't built that relationship, that trust, then I would recommend in 2025. Maybe I wouldn't have recommended this in 2016 or 2018 or 2022, but in 2025, with the way meat prices are, I'm going to charge a
mm,
deposit.
okay.
I'm going to say, hey, you asked me, right? Because for you guys are getting a lot of opportunities where they're asking you, not the other way around. And so, I mean, they're trying to get you to come out. It's one thing if you're asking them, hey, can I come out and set up? Then that's on you. But if they're asking you to come out to be a vendor, then I think in 2025, you got to ask for a deposit. You got to say,
Oh,
hey, you
mhm.
got to say, hey, look, I got a minimum. I got a $500 minimum. Basically, the way the deposit works is $500. $500. If I don't do over that in sales, I keep the difference. Right? That way, at least your food cost is covered because, like, you spent how much on food?
Okay, yeah, that's exactly why the numbers, what you're saying there doesn't make sense to me. And this is why. If I want to say I need a minimum, because my friend's been saying this, that's local here. He's like, I need to build my website and tell them to go to the website and they'll see the minimum there, but at least $1,000. So I did cash wise, maybe say $1,000 in sales.
Okay.
Right. But I spent $1,700 in food.
Yeah.
So $1,000 for them to pay $1,000 deposit for a minimum of 500 people is not any money. You're not
going to get people unless it's a ridiculously big event. You're not going to get anybody to pay you a large deposit.
Well, right. Yes,
because it is to offset your costs, and also you have to be cognizant, like it being the first time you're working with this person, and they said there's going to be 1,000 people there. Like I've said this since the channel began, event coordinators are liars. And a lot of times it's not on purpose per se. Sometimes it is. Sometimes there's, especially in this case, they were probably so desperate to get a food vendor that they would have told you.
Especially with two backing out,
right?
Which you should question. Why did they back out in the first place?
Right.
Okay, so I just did the math here. 500 people minimum, he said, with a max of 1,200.
Yeah.
So if we're saying 500, let's just slash that in half, 250 people.
Yep.
But we know 250 people aren't going to probably eat my food because there's another food vendor there. So let's just slash, that in half again. Now we're at 125. So 125 people. Yep. And we'd average that out to say, okay, our brisket sandwich is $17. Our brisket fries are $20. Our plates are $28. So let's just say $20 a person. So 125 times $20 is $2,500. I took it a step further and said, okay, let's slash that 125 in half. I think I got, what's half of 125? 62? 125, 5. I don't know how I got it. 62. Yes, 62.5 times 20 would be $1,200. So the conversation says I haven't worked with you, or even I have worked with you. But if you're expecting 500 people, I'm slashing that in half by 1, 2, 3 times, and your minimum is $1,250 to commit with me to cook this food and to show up on time and to provide food for your attendees. And so you write me a check for $1,250. And if I don't do that much in sales, right? If I do $1,000 in sales,
you could try that, but most people are going to laugh and say no.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Greg, the deposit is for, say the event gets canceled. It's not to guarantee you to make a profit. It's to help offset if it like if the event gets canceled and you bought all that food, there's no chance of revenue whatsoever if it's canceled due to weather or things like that.
But TJ, I think that's also started charging minimums though.
Yeah. I don't think it's just for a cancel because
we've also
that part though too. That's a whole other conversation.
So what I've instructed, like as an example, Devin and I had this conversation. Snack Daddy. What I've been working with Snack Daddy on is every single one of his events since his second event that he did this year. I've told him he needs to get a deposit, and that deposit is going to act as number one, like TJ said, a cancellation fee, but also a minimum, because these event coordinators are telling you there's going to be all of these people coming out, yada, 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 but they have no liability as far as if it's a dud and you end up wasting your time and money. So what a lot of food trucks and food trailers are doing now, which I've advised Devin to do, is I've advised him to put between a $350 and a $500 deposit on the person wanting you to come out. And so what it is you say, hey, so Brisket Daddy wants me to come out. They want me to supply food for their event. Regardless of how many people that they tell me is coming, okay, I'm going to say, okay, no problem. That's going to be there's a $350 deposit or a $500 deposit. Okay. Oh,
non-refundable or refundable?
It's refundable if I make more than that amount. It's refundable if I make more than that amount. So if I clear $1,000 in sales and they gave me a $500 deposit, they're getting that money back. If the event is canceled for any reason whatsoever, I'm keeping that $500. I don't care if it was an act of God, it was rain. Don't care. Because guess what? I was smoking briskets the day before. So
right. And that's what I was talking about.
That's what you were talking about.
If I go to the event and I had collected a $500 deposit, I go to the event and it's a dud and I do $350 in sales, $475 in sales, $499 in sales.
Give me my dollar. Write me my money.
The $500 deposit.
Okay. That completely makes sense.
It will prevent these event coordinators from lying to you in the future because they're not going to want to lose that money for themselves or for their organization, whatever the case may be. And it will keep them honest. What I'm also going to do, Greg, is I'm not going to get overzealous on an event that I've never been to.
That part.
You would rather bring 2 briskets and do topless sandwiches, chips, and a Coke and sell out of those 2 briskets and those sandwiches and the chips and Cokes and have a whatever kind of day than to be bringing ribs and sausage and brisket and this and Texas Twinkies and all this.
Yeah.
And you're doing way too much for no reason and you're not making any money. What's up, Snack Daddy? We see you. Smokey IT, I see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Sleaze TV, Hallmark's Barbecue. What's up, brother? We see y'all in here. What's up, Snack Daddy?
Oh, what's up?
He's on the road.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm working.
That's what's up.
Well, be safe, man. Be safe. Don't let us distract you.
Oh, nah. Hands free, everything. I got everything mounted up there, so we good.
How many wheels you got rolling?
Steering wheel.
18.
18, huh?
18, them hands better be on the steering wheel.
Oh, he just said like this. He was just giving them glory for half a second and then putting it back on.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
left hand is on the wheel.
Yeah.
I'm safe. Just like the serve safe test. I'm very safe.
So, Snack Daddy, talk to us about how what you and I have been working on with the deposits has gone for you.
Let me get some water. Keep talking.
It actually works for me, really. Because at first I was thinking what's gonna happen if they cancel at the last minute? Because I know it was like throwing a cancellation fee in there. But if they give me that deposit, that basically covers at least my food costs.
Yeah.
So like the event that I have set up for this Friday, they sent me a deposit, and we already discussed everything. And as of right now,
How much was the deposit?
$300.
Okay.
Yeah. So I already got the deposit on that, and everything's still a go. We're not going to cancel anything like that. And I already got all of my meats and everything in order. And it's for the church actually. So basically, they were fine with actually paying the whole fee up front.
Which whole fee? The 300?
Yeah.
The deposit.
They were fine, the deposit. Yeah, they were fine with it. Oh yeah, cool. Here you go. How you want it? Check, money order, cash.
Great.
So they paid it without a problem. She agreed. I said, well, if you cancel, we can reschedule, but that deposit basically locks you in for that date.
Right.
Okay, so
So Devin, how much did you spend on food? I'm curious.
thank you.
For that event,
Yes, sir.
actually, right at 300.
Okay.
A little more because I had when I buy a lot of stuff I buy in bulk, so therefore
Sure.
I don't have to keep buying the same thing over and over and over.
Yes.
Right.
So like that's basically my meats. If anything, my meats goes the fastest.
Right.
Like my mayo, my sweet relish, and everything like that. That's
Yep.
That's minor costs. We're
that's minor.
When we talk food costs, right, Sean? I think primarily we focus on the meats because the sides are relatively manageable, but we do need to factor all that in. But
right.
So you spend approximately 300 in meats.
Yeah, because I had
And how many people you?
Great question.
For the church event.
How many people were you? For the event.
They told me 125.
What were you preparing for?
Huh?
What are you preparing for? 125.
It's like a little. This church is like a big deal. I'm preparing for a little extra because
Okay.
the event is from 6 to 8. Cool.
Are you the only food vendor?
Yeah, I'm the only food vendor. So
And are you selling it?
Well, yeah, I am.
He's a vendor.
Not a caterer.
Yeah, they're buying. So basically, the church is buying dinners for everyone.
Oh.
But if they want anything extra, the individual have to pay directly.
Okay, hold on, pause. That's different. Yes, go ahead, Sean. Yes,
that's different.
Okay, so I understand they gave you a $300 deposit, but when is the rest of the money coming? Because you said you're supposed to be serving for 125 people. What was the agreed upon price per person, and when is that going to be paid?
So basically, we're supposed to get together Wednesday. Because that's when they have their final count for everyone that's coming.
Okay.
They're going to have tickets.
Yes,
so
great.
Once they have their final count, then that's when I will know for sure. Okay, we're going to have the 100 people. So if it sells short, I still get to keep the 300.
Sell short. Well, you won't have a sell short because they're buying tickets for you. So they're guaranteed. This is kind of like a catering / sale. They're guaranteeing 125 tickets your way. So those 125 tickets have a value. Those tickets have a value of $25 a ticket.
So, yeah, I guess we're just a little confused. Like, are they paying you on Wednesday when they give you the final count, or how's that working?
Yeah, Wednesday. Because I'm selling all of my plates.
So what? Are you offering like 2 different plates, or are you offering 1 plate and every ticket gets that plate? And if so, what is the price per plate that you set up?
So I'm having a chicken dinner and a pulled pork dinner.
Oof. Okay. Yeah. So
and also, of course, I'm still gonna have my
additional charge.
Like over
additional
here,
things.
our prices are different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've done this before.
Additional items.
Okay. So I've done this before. It was a basketball tournament, and the client was saying, "I'm paying for 80 plates up front, and you can sell whatever you want for the rest. This is an event. I'm taking care of this. You're taking care of my coaches and my cheerleaders and my back end staff." And it was 65 plates. So yours just happens to be 125 plates. So what I said is these tickets have a value of $24.50 per person, or let's just round that to $25 per person. So they wrote me a check for $3,125 before the event. And that was so I could confirm that I'm buying food for these 125 people. Then on top of that, I said, okay, yes, I'm going to be buying extra food for anybody else who may want to buy a plate because the church isn't buying, everybody that's there. They're only paying for the first 125. So you may sell 50 more plates. Is that how your event is working? They're paying for the 125 plates Plus, you're going to be providing a little extra for yourself to sell extra food.
Devin, you might need to turn your camera off and just let the audio go because you're breaking up.
All right. What about now?
Yep, better.
Better.
All right. Yeah. So, because the event is from 6 p to 8 p, and after the event, that's why I was cooking extra because I'm gonna be at my brother's bar and grill, and I'm serving the rest of my food there.
Okay,
But-
so you go into a secondary event after.
Okay, but the question is, are you collecting the money beforehand or after?
Wednesday, because that's when we're gonna have the official count on tickets.
Dang it. That sucks. Can't hear him. You're breaking up.
He said
So
on
you're selling
he said on
100.
Wednesday. He said on Wednesday he's getting the account and he's going from there, basically.
Yeah.
Devin,
We just want to
the
make sure
question
he's
is-
getting his money. We want to make sure he's getting his
Right.
money.
Matt-
You need to be getting $3,000 up front before the event
One
so you
second.
can have plates. Yeah, go ahead.
Snack Daddy, I'm gonna remove you from the panel, brother, because you're breaking in and out. I want to make sure you're driving safe, man. Feel free to connect back in though if you stop or get a better connection. But we're gonna keep chatting on this for sure.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good call because we don't want to. It's getting deep, and we don't want him like.
So
Pull
yeah,
over.
that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, and I think he is going ahead on Wednesday and getting that payment, but like, nobody like has our back as food vendors. Like they
No,
they don't at all. So I've been, we've been talking about this for a month, Greg. Is like, we got to ask for the money. We have to, and we got to get it up front. Like I'm doing pre-orders for Thanksgiving right now, and Surveyor's like, so do you want them to pay when they pick it up or da-da-da? I'm like, nope, I collect that money right now because I'm not going up there the morning of Thanksgiving early as hell to cook some turkeys and have people not show up. I want that money in hand.
You remember my
And-
catering job at the state fair the day after when I found the CEO, right? And he was like,
right.
"Wait, what?
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Yep.
I didn't approve this." It's like somebody did.
Yeah, right. Right.
Then you're running around trying to catch up with a few for some money.
Marco, what's up, brother? Good evening. El Barrio Cookers, what's up, man? And we got your average logical thinker in the building too. There we go. Salute.
Man, I wish he send you a picture with that Kirby's hat on or join this live stream for sure. Just at least come on and have a good few words of inspiration with the hat.
You don't want to come
Greg,
on.
she doesn't want to get you hot and bothered seeing her in person.
Snack Daddy, can you hear us?
He muted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're collecting
All right.
money on
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah, that's when we're gonna have the official count.
Okay.
He
You
may
need
not
the
be
official count to
on
lock
Wednesday,
in
but
the
he'll get
mood.
the account.
Yeah, you need the official count to lock in the food, but are you going to collect then and there? Because this is basically an advanced catering event, right?
Oh, crap.
Oh crap!
We can hear you.
Because look, they're telling you, hey, we want you to make us food for 125 people and
Or more.
and you haven't given them a price and you haven't given them a deadline to pay for that. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to go purchase all that food, which I think you already did, and you don't want to go pay for all that food, cook all that food, and then you get to the end of your event and you're like, man, this is awesome. I served 125 people. And you're like,
Give me my
wait,
money.
where's my money?
Or they want to
Yeah.
say, "Oh, we were only thinking $10 a person, and you were
Right.
thinking 25 a person."
Right.
Okay, I see where you're going. Okay.
See,
Yeah,
so
Yeah,
on
so
Wednesday,
what we're
you're
at-
gonna go ahead, TJ.
Oh no, basically, like we wanted to have an understanding. You're making a plate for somebody. What are you going to charge that plate? Yes, they're going to lock in the final numbers, but do they know you're going to charge $25 a plate for either option, chicken or pulled pork? Do they know? And then that's going to be, what's the dirty math on that? Almost $3,000.
It's 30,
And they've only
31,
paid you 10%
25.
of that.
Because in theory, this is how
Thank
it
you.
should work, Devin. In theory, this is how it should work. Okay. You should go on Wednesday. They should tell you, hey, the final count is 100 people. And you're going to say, okay, now I'm charging. I don't know what you're charging, but as an example, say, okay, I'm charging $20 a plate. They agree to that $20 a plate. You say, great. So you want me to make 100 plates and they're $20 a plate. That's $2,000. So they're going to pay you $2,000 right then and there on Wednesday, and you're going to hand them 200 tickets. I'm sorry. My apologies.
100.
100 tickets.
Mhm.
Double it, Miles. Yeah.
100 tickets. So what I would do is I would go buy tickets and try to get ones that are unique that not anybody could just have, right?
Yes.
Try to get ones that are unique. And I would get 100 tickets. And when they give you that $2,000, you give them the 100 tickets. And that way they can pass those tickets out to those 100 people that they want to feed. And if they come up to your tent with a ticket, they get a plate. If they come up to your tent and they don't have a ticket, they don't get a plate.
They can buy a plate.
They can buy a
Then they can buy the plate. So my client, when I did that same thing, they provided the tickets. I just knew that I was only taking the 100 tickets. Once I got 100 tickets, that was it. So spend your money if you want to or not. If you need to provide the tickets to make it a little more appealing, like, hey, I'm coming to the table, I already know whatever, and here's your tickets. Or you just know that whatever your account is. And now the reason I said in the beginning, because you have a chicken plate and a pulled pork plate. So your price point is going to be different on either two of those plates. It'd be better if you offered one plate for a ticket. A ticket has to have a single value. So, I mean, I don't know if you have three things, but that, you give me a ticket, you get to pick one of these 2 or 3 things, and that's it.
Yeah.
But
Chicken
you want to
and
make
pork
sure
are pretty close.
they're pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, chicken and pork are pretty close.
But no, that's a good point too, Greg. If they're going to go ahead and provide the tickets, no problem. But your cashier needs to be stamping each one of those tickets, like putting it on a little, what do they call it? The little ticket poker.
Yeah, you guys need to keep counting.
Well,
your tickets.
Spindle.
It's probably going to be a small,
Yeah.
but you need to keep that in a Dropbox and
Yeah.
keep that as
So
cash.
you can
Like
keep your
that-
count.
that's-
Yes.
yeah.
At the end of the event, when I did it, the client was like, "Oh, well, let's count the tickets and see how many tickets you actually got." We never, my daughter didn't know we were like keeping the tickets, and it was just a whole thing. But it worked out. But yes, you want to track the tickets. Either have them up front, something special.
Well-
I like what Sean said. Have something special you can give them. If you don't want to spend the money, they can provide the tickets. Just keep the count. Most importantly, either the day of or after your meeting. Hey, there's 125 people. We've both agreed that the plates are going to be $20 or $25 plates. So you need to run me $3,125 within the next week. If it's, 3 or 4 days before the event, whatever the timeline is. And then boom, you know that you got your money for your catered orders. And then you can now say, okay, I want to provide food for 60 more people. So I'm going to have this amount of extra food on the side so I can do extra sales there. And then I'm going somewhere else afterwards. And I want to be able to have food for that event also.
Yeah, because keep in mind, you're gonna have a lot more fun at this event if you've already got the money in the bank and you're not worried about
You're not
getting
stressing on that.
number one. Number two, anytime you go I don't know about you, but when I go to buy something on Amazon, they don't ship it to me before they swipe my credit card. They swipe my credit card first. So I don't know why people think it should be any different when they're buying food from us. Like, you got to pay before you get the product. That's how it works in every business in America.
Yeah.
You pay before you
Yeah.
get the product. If the money's not in my hand before the event starts, I'm not setting up. I'm sorry. It's just not happening.
Bruh,
Not
I
happening.
did. I did that to
Oh.
somebody. I set up a whole studio
I'll
setup.
shut my shit down. I'll fold that tent up, put that smoker back on the truck, and we going home. We're not doing that.
So
I had an
Brent.
event in production. I had 6 cameras, lights, audio routed, the whole 9 yards. The client was like, "Hey man, I'll pay you after the service tonight." But like I was like, "Bro, I'm not playing with you. I'm serious." He was like, I promise you, I'll get you up." Dude, I took the whole thing down. People were like, "This guy is like not playing around." I took everything down. And then I took it to my warehouse and put it away. And then I came back to the event and sat in a seat and was just a participant. Like, people could not believe it. I was not playing around. I'm tired. I can't do it no more. So, like, run me my money for sure. Beforehand.
They
Go ahead,
will play
TJ.
games. They will play
They
games.
will play games.
I was
Plus
going to
your church-
ask you that event that you were talking about where you have to count the tickets. They probably have multiple people, and that's how the vendor gets it, his pay versus the tickets. But if he's the only one, and they're telling him 100, 125 people, doesn't matter how many tickets he gets in. This is what I made, and this is what you're going to give me, because he's the only vendor. So it's not like a fair where they collect tickets and they divvy up the money based off of how many tickets you collected. He's the only one, so they're only getting the food from him.
Right.
For
But,
this event.
you still got to count them plates, man.
So yeah, I actually took
definitely
a Sharpie and wrote underneath. I numbered each plate also, so when we were dishing out, I knew how many plates I had remaining.
Yeah.
There's all kind of ways to track that, but so that's what you got going on. You're going to have a meeting with them, and then you guys are going to decide the money situation.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Okay.
Don't think the church won't steal from you too.
Oh, yeah. He said, "Don't think the church won't steal from you too."
Yeah, they will.
They'll take advantage of you too.
That's what we're saying.
They're people too.
So, obviously, if you can have pictures of what you're gonna have, like, let them know what they're getting for their money too. Obviously, show pictures if you have.
You're going to get a rib and you're going to get a side and a roll.
Yeah, I mean, you lay it out there though. Let it be said and have it on a invoice or something.
Yeah, just be prepared.
And how do you feel about doing contracts for this stuff?
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
That's not a problem. It's easy. You can chat GPT a contract like in 30 seconds.
Well, we actually have one in the
we got one of PDF forms, right? That Sean already did.
Yeah, that's in the barbecue blueprint profit of schools. If you guys haven't joined, you're missing out.
Please do.
Fire.
That's right.
Anybody watching the stream.
This episode's brought to you by the Barbecue Profit Blueprint School Group. You guys got to go check it out. We basically teach you how to make money with your barbecue from A to Z, everything that it entails, whether you're just starting or you're already a seasoned vet. I'm sure there's things you can learn in the group, as well as it's just a cool networking opportunity to meet other like-minded barbecue enthusiasts and, more importantly, business owners. We all do barbecue in the groups. We're always bouncing different ideas and things. The stuff you guys hear on the live stream every Sunday, we basically talk about similar stuff in the school group every single day. And we got people from all over the country in the group. We even got a guy in Canada as well. And we just chop it up every single day about barbecue business stuff, helping each other out. So if you guys are interested in learning more about it, you can go to www.school.com/barbecue profit blueprint. The link is going across the screen here. I'll also drop the link in the chat here momentarily. But definitely go check it out. At least give the page a look. See if it's something you would want to join. We'd love to have you in there. Where were we, gentlemen?
We were just making sure that our man got his money, and we were then talking about the deposits to sales. So I like the $500. So the next event I do, it's like, okay, you want Brisket Daddy to show up? It's a $500 minimum, whether rain or shine. And then that covers you up to that amount in sales. So if I don't sell if I sell $499, you owe me $1. And then after that,
No, you should have gotten that
$500.
ahead of time.
You should
You should have gotten that 500 ahead of time. That's a deposit.
No. Oh, I owe them $1. Oh, they owe me. Oh,
No.
deposit. Yes.
See, and that's the other thing you guys got to get right too, just so there's no confusion. We're taking the money up front. A deposit you pay before you
Yeah.
play.
Okay.
Like it's just like whenever you went to go rent your first apartment, they say if you want the keys, you got to pay the deposit first month's rent. Homeboy, you're not getting in here without first month's rent and the deposit. So I'm not showing up unless that $500 is in my hand.
But the reason I kept getting confused because $500 deposit for me buying $700 in food. I think Greg had a good idea starting with the barbecue stool. Hey, Will, good to see you, man.
I think Greg did have. I'm so glad Greg created the school. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do if Greg didn't create that school for me, man.
Oh my goodness. Good to see you, William. Man, I haven't talked to that guy in a while. I'm glad that he's online and we're doing this tonight. It's gonna be a good one. We got some exciting news to talk about soon. I can't wait. But yeah, man. So I did $1,000 in sales like at that event. I mean, only barely 100 people showed up.
Yeah.
So like, I just took a chance. So that, right. I still did good as far as like that event. Past that point, it's a gamble.
Correct. And you got to decide how much you're willing to gamble, right? Because if we had this same scenario, if you would have asked that person for a $500 deposit, you would be paying them that $500 deposit back.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you made $1,100, but you still really didn't have a good day because you had so much food left over, right? And so you just, like I said, they're liars. they're liars. Well, whether they did it on purpose or not, the event coordinators will always tell you there's going to be more people there than there really is. And so you got to be leaning very conservative. You'd rather sell out and go home than have all that extra food and have to go out the next day and try to sell day old food, right? Or worse, have to throw it in the trash. And at the end of the day, Greg, all that cost is on you. And if a vendor says you have to have food for 200 people, great, then you have to pay me for 200 plates. Otherwise, I'm going to show up with enough food to feed 75 people. And when I'm done, I'm done.
Right. Yeah.
If somebody wants you to have a specific amount of food for a specific amount of people, great. That's called a catering. This is how much it's going to cost you. If you just want me to show up, then I'm going to bring the amount of food that I feel comfortable bringing.
And then I sold $160 today. Sorry. I just had that number.
What's up, Chinook Barbecue?
Yeah, I did about $650 today.
$650 today. Okay.
Well, between the two, you covered your costs. I mean, it's a learning experience.
Between the two, I covered my cost. My labor expenses, maybe not. Yeah, I got to add up all my
cover your labor.
You
said you spent 17.
Yeah, actually, I think I spent $1,500.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of food, Greg. It's a lot of food, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of food.
A lot of work. And a lot of work.
Oh, and then I did about my briskets. I got up at 4:00. Thursday, I bought the food, trimmed 7 briskets while we were on the call, and went to work, came home, did some more prepped all the ribs, and then I got up at 4 a.m. and I didn't go to bed until 12 a.m. the next day. And then I got up and had to go to work to make sure that there were some things I didn't finish. I had to go to work from like 4 to 5. And then I got done there and I went to the grocery store and bought all the hot dogs because I had this grand idea of there was going to be kids there because it was a kids event, also family event. So then I spent $300 on hot dogs and hamburgers. And then I got to the house and then I got to the event right at 9 o'clock and I was ready for service it started at 10. I was ready for service at 11. So yeah, dude, there was just so many hours. My wife is just like, you just literally worked for almost like 35 hours straight, like from Thursday till Saturday. And then today, literally just walked in the door from selling today, doing dishes, cleaning the trailer, taking a few food items back, which in California now, you can't take meat back because it's perishable.
Well, that's for good reason.
Yeah, and that's for a good reason. Because somebody could have left it out or they could have injected it with something. There's all kind of reasons, so it makes sense. So all the hot dogs that I didn't sell, I have to keep for my next event.
Yep. Well, guys, I have some kind of exciting news from this past weekend.
Well,
What is it?
I had a guest at the restaurant on Friday that was very unexpected. Go ahead and put that picture up there.
who's that?
We had Mr. Daniel Vaughn, the editor from Texas Monthly,
What?
at the restaurant on Friday. Yep, that's right. He came through, snuck up on us at about 1:30 in the afternoon. Obviously had no idea he was coming.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. It was kind of surreal because we've been wanting him to stop by pretty much ever since we opened the restaurant. And
Yeah.
it was kind of like one of those things like you've been asking for it, and then when he shows up, you're like, "Oh no, come back tomorrow." It's like, let me get ready. Let me be a little bit more prepared. It's like pop quiz, basically like a pop quiz at school or something. And but
Did you
no,
pass?
what's that?
Yeah, I know you passed.
He don't know. He don't know.
He knows.
Well, what
Sean is no joke. Sean got fire in the kitchen for sure.
I do. What I will say is I don't think Friday was my best cook day. I really wish he would have came on Saturday or Sunday because both Saturday and Sunday was absolute fire. But I think we did all right. I think we did all right on Friday. His impressions, I think we're good. We sat down. Nice guy. We had a good conversation. Wasn't too crazy. Obviously, we were all a little bit nervous, right? And Brandon was there from Bee's Barbecue.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And he was a little starstruck himself too.
Bro, you're glad I wasn't there. I'd have been like, I'd have been going crazy like it was Michael Jordan or something.
Yeah, it was like I said. He was a cool guy. He was nice. He was polite. It was slow. It was so slow on Friday, man. Especially at the time that he came. He was probably thinking, man, does anybody eat here? What's going on right now?
Oh, so he was like, there was nobody else there, and he showed like, were they
It
going
was,
like
it
one or
was
two?
him at one table, and then Brandon at the table next, the other table, and that was pretty much it. We did have some people come and place some to-go orders while he was there. But it was good. It was good. He kind of, I sat down with him after he kind of got into it, and we were just talking. We talked about college football a little bit, talked about the food a bit, and he gave some impressions on the food. Obviously,
What did he order?
pretty much everything.
Barbecue.
He was like, this can be everything.
He ordered a quarter pound of lean, quarter pound of fatty, one of each sausage link, and he ordered quarter pound of ribs. And both desserts, the chocolate pecan pie, the banana pudding, and I believe he got a unsweet tea, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been sweet. I think it was unsweet. I'm pretty sure it was unsweet. And yeah, so pretty much everything we had already sold out of turkey. and things like that. So he didn't get to try the turkey, but pretty much everything else he got to try. And from the feedback he gave me right then and there, he seemed to like everything. That doesn't mean it was like the best he's ever had or anything, right? But he seemed to enjoy the majority of it. He's not going to sit there and like tear apart the food right in front of you and like, say this was great, this sucked. Like that's not really his style. I mean, his job's to write
Not a Gordon Ramsay.
articles. Yeah, he puts his words on paper.
Yeah, his job's
He's
to
not a
rank.
Gordon Ramsay.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, right.
His job is to rank the items that he gets at your restaurant on that specific day. And if he feels like your restaurant deserves an article written about it, then he'll do it. I think some people, I don't want to get like
You're saying,
but
we have a chance.
there were some people who, I'm not even going to put any negative things out there. It was a good visit. I think it was a good visit. I wish I would have had a better cook day, but it is what it is.
You're just getting warmed up on the Friday because you really prepare for them Saturday, Sundays.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? You got to be right. I don't know what he said, TJ. I don't know what he said.
You're on his radar at least.
You got to be ready today because you just never know. But
I didn't say nothing.
Go to Hope's barbecue.
He did say he would be back. Bless you. He did say he would be back, and he did say he was going to reach out to me on Instagram for some more info on the restaurant. So I was told through the grapevine, if he tells you those things, that's a good sign. If he just said thank you and left, that was not a good sign. So I think we did okay. I think we did okay. I think we did all right. But that was cool, man. I hope he does come back because it'll be even better the next time. And
were you like what were you doing when he showed up? Like,
dude, so I'm in
making the plate.
So I was in the smoke shack. And you know how my parking lot is.
Oh, that's right. You told me that.
So he pulls in.
Oh, he told you? I didn't. Okay, go ahead.
I'm in the smoke shack checking the briskets. He pulls in, and literally as soon as he got out of the car, I recognized him, and I just looked and
dropped your shit.
I'm just like, you're kidding me, bro.
Serious right now? Am I seeing what I'm really seeing?
Yeah, it was one of those days where it was kind of slow. We're all a little lethargic. Briskets weren't quite as perfect as they usually are. It's always like whenever a visitor comes, it's never your best day. Like I remember working in the restaurants I worked in. Whenever the health department would come, it was never your best day. It might not have been your worst, but it was never your best day where everything was sparkly clean and everything was working. The health department would always come when one of your coolers was down, right? Or when something was broke. That's I don't know why the universe works that way, but that's always how it would happen. Or when like a higher up, somebody in corporate would come, there'd be something messed up, right? And I was just like, man, you know what? I had to compose myself after he ordered, and I was like, I'm gonna cut the best meats I can produce today, and Prada's gonna do the rest. So that's what we did. But it was a little awkward at first because I was like, man, do I act like I know who he is? Do I pretend I don't know?
Right, like, oh yeah, right. Hey, what do you do? You like, yeah.
Just like a regular guy.
Like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. How can I help you?
Right. So like,
okay.
He went.
In this world, he's not a regular guy. In this world, he's not a regular guy. He's an influential guy.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's like I remember watching a video. I think Sean a couple weeks ago recommended us to watch a video about businesses in Texas. It's like the what was it? I remember the
failure
title
rate.
of it.
The
failure rate of
barbecue businesses in Texas.
Thank you. And it's not looking good. It's hard. I would not want to do it. Like I give you props for even like starting and doing this because from after watching that video, I was like, oh my gosh, this guy has put a lot of money, time, and invested every weekend to in the next 2 years possibly not having this restaurant anymore because it's really challenging. I'd recommend you guys to watch this and to see the ocean, the red ocean that my guy Sean lives in.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like one person who comes to your restaurant this Friday who determines if you have a future or if you need to be finding a job in another market. Like, right? Either, I mean, no, you can literally go from where you are now to like, Greg, I've got a full-time job for you. Your house is on the hill here. Like, bring the family to Texas and like this partner up and run this, because you're going to need 3 cooks, you're going to need multiple servers, and you're going to need a new location.
Yes, but Hopes wants to make sure that the cooks are hired aren't asleep on the job.
Oh, that's a good one, Hopes. That's a good one.
Yeah, man. So like when he first came up and he was ordering with Savannah, like I said, I was in the smoke shack. I let him walk up to the patio. Then I walked up and I was just like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he was like, "Good." And I kind of like walked into the kitchen awkwardly. It was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to like, I don't know how I'm supposed to greet this dude. That was normal guy.
The one time you wish you had a back door to the kitchen, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
So he orders, right, and they bring all the food out and everything, and I probably waited. I don't know. I probably waited like 10 minutes because I didn't know. I'm like, he's got to do his job, right? He's got to taste the food, review it, whatever, like that. Like I wasn't just gonna be fanboying or just, just hop up in his face and be like, "Well, what do you think?" I gave him his space. I let him do his thing or whatever. And then I probably came out maybe 10, 15 minutes later and I was like, "Hey, how's everything tasting?" He said, "Good." I said, "Obviously, I know who you are." I introduced myself.
Obviously, I know who you are. I know you. You're not fooling me, guy. I know you. I know who you are.
Introduced ourselves and I was like, "Hey, I don't know if people usually like sit down and talk to you or they leave you alone to do your thing or what." He was like, "No,
how does it work?"
Sit down and talk to me. I was like, "All right, cool." So we talked for probably another, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. And Brandon hopped in on the conversation. We talked about some college football. And, I wasn't like, I could tell you what he said about the food, but I'd rather just wait.
Okay.
I'd rather just wait to see if anything happens. But overall, I think it was a good impression. I'll let Brandon tell you what he said.
Yeah, where's Brandon at?
He's in the chat. Let me see if I can get him to. Let me text him the link.
I bet Brandon was cracking all kind of jokes.
Oh no, they were talking when I was away making orders.
Brandon's a funny guy.
Let me see if I can get there. Brandon, I'm sending you the link, buddy. But yeah,
man is on his couch in his chair eating Cheetos in his underwear. Leave him alone.
Oh no.
Are you at a rest stop, Snack Daddy?
No, I'm done for the day.
Oh,
I just finished up. Yeah, they took forever loading me, so that's why I should have been home hours ago.
Oh wow. So are you like close to the house now, or you have like
Yeah,
what do you?
Yeah, I still got to get home. I'm probably like 25 minutes from the house.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't drive my truck home because I don't have nowhere to put it. Yeah, I mean, I can take it home, but neighbors, they complain.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna say. Karen's gonna say something.
Yeah.
Why are you all up in that man's business, Greg?
Because he's nosy. He's nosy.
No, it's called co-hosting, right? And so you do that so your live stream isn't boring.
Yeah, I got you.
Right? You got to give people character. So you got 20 people in the YouTube chat here, and you want them to like get to know us. Everybody's all in my business.
You put your business out there.
Yeah, because I'm trying to have people eat my food.
This guy. Yeah, man. But overall, I think it was a good visit. He was obviously a little intimidating, right? But I told TJ, I was like, it's kind of like when you would take standardized tests in school, like you take the exam, but you don't know how you did on it until a couple weeks
Like
later.
months.
Later.
Yeah.
That's how it felt. That's how it felt. I was like, well, I turned in my test. It wasn't my best work, but hopefully
I
it
showed
was
up.
pass.
So what makes
Did
you
you-
feel like it
Did you
wasn't
sign your
best work?
name?
What's that? Yes.
Yeah, did you put your name on the paper?
Yeah, right.
400 points right there.
Basically.
What do you think was off about your cook? Like, was it the ribs, the brisket, the
They
turkey?
want to be in back.
Yeah, I think Fridays are always a little bit rougher on me than Saturday, Sundays, being the first day of the week. And like, I'm not, my food's great, but like, every cook's not perfect. Like, you try to make sure every cook's perfect, but you have better cooks than others, right? And like every single day before I open, I'm tasting and looking at all the food, and I'm like, okay, this is perfect today, right? This is perfect today. Sometimes we nail, like Saturday and Sunday this weekend, we nailed everything. Everything was perfect. Friday we did not. The ribs were slightly overcooked. The glaze did not have enough sugar in it. Okay, recipe adherence did not happen on the glaze on Friday. The brisket, the flat was it was tougher than it should have been. I should have cooked that brisket longer Thursday night. And the sausage was perfect. The sausage was on point. The sides were made the way they're supposed to. So honestly, really, the pie was made perfectly, the banana pudding. So honestly, just the two things were the brisket needed to cook a little bit longer. The point was fine. The point was fine. The flat, it wasn't as moist and it wasn't as tender as it usually is. And then the rib was slightly overcooked and the glaze needed more sugar. So like I can honestly say that. And then, it had to happen on that day. Because I'm telling you, the ribs were banging yesterday and today. So
At least you can call out everything that was wrong.
Yeah, at least that's cool, right? Yeah, to be able to say, this is where I know, like that day could have been better. That's awesome to know that.
I'm not like if he ends up giving feedback to me personally or professionally in an open setting, and he says the ribs were overcooked and the glaze wasn't sweet enough, I'm not going to get all butthurt because I know that, right? And same thing on the brisket. If he says the flat wasn't tender enough and was a little bit drier, I can't get mad about that because it was.
Yeah. But if he said something else, you'd be like, okay, that's
right. But and that's something like over the last couple months, especially leading up to the top 50 list, that I was watching all these videos just on the list of the different barbecue restaurants, and then him talking about criteria and stuff like that. Is he made it pretty clear. He was like, hey, I'm sure these barbecue restaurants are great. They have great reviews. Obviously, they're popular because I'm being told about them. He's like, but I can only judge the restaurant based on the experience I had on that specific day.
Right.
And that makes sense, right? Like, not every restaurant's going to be on it 100% of the time. Like, I went out to dinner at one of my favorite restaurants, and I took my parents on Friday night, and they were off. The service was terrible. And I felt bad because I invited my parents out to go to the restaurant. Service was just horrible, and it took forever to get the food. But usually they're on it, right? So anyway, my point is he can only judge the experience on that experience that he had. It doesn't mean that's going to be the experience that he had every time, and something that, hopefully he said it was, but hopefully it was good enough to where he feels like he needs to come back and give it a second shot.
Yeah, that's what matters most, because
that's what matters most.
Right.
That's why, if you think about it, consistency is the key point. It doesn't matter if you make the best brisket in the world one day. You did it that day. That's great. But you can't do it any other time.
Right.
Like I go to a restaurant that we go to like almost every Friday. It's a Mexican restaurant and it's good consistently, but they'll have their off nights. Like you said, like people have their off nights. But the biggest thing is consistency because people can count on that. And that's what's going to get people back all the time because they know your food could be a level 7 or 8, but they know it's that every time. And they're good with that because they know what they're going to get. They know that it's going to be the same as before. And
Most
that's the
people-
important part.
Yeah, most people would rather a consistent 7 or 8 than one time they come it's a 2 and the next they come it's a 10.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very disappointing when you had that 10 and now you're getting a 2.
Right. Let me get to some of these chats here. Steven said, congratulations again, Sean. Thank you, Steven. I appreciate it, my friend.
That's huge.
The business is about to take off. I sure hope so, man.
It is. I want to say congratulations too, man. It is about to take off for sure.
Thank you. Robert Rodriguez, great job. Thank you. William Brock in the chat laughing at one of the stories. Yeah, man. But it was like I've been asking for this, and then it shows up, and you're like, "Damn, come back tomorrow." But it was cool. It was cool, man. Definitely something checked off the bucket list. If not anything else.
That was like a goal for you.
Yeah.
You have been saying.
You had been saying.
Has
he ever been to the Rusty Buckle? Down the road?
6 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yep, 6 years ago.
Huh.
I have no further comments on that.
Yeah, I wonder what he wrote about. He must have wrote about it if he had an article.
You can certainly go find the article on Texas Monthly if you're a subscriber.
Uh-huh.
I won't speak on it.
So the Texas Monthly is it a magazine article or like a internet article?
It's a magazine.
Oh, you can view it online.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Florida Cracker Barbecue, congrats, Sean and crew. Thank you very much. Smokey IT said we are always our toughest critic. That's what keeps us getting better. Yes, 100%. 100%. You ain't lying.
Yeah, you're gonna need a new building.
We don't know that, guys. We don't know that. Let's stay pessimistically optimistic. Can't count what is it? What's the saying? Can't count your chickens before they hatch.
Yep.
Yeah.
My grandma used to say that all the time.
Yep. Now, had he came on Saturday or Sunday, I've been counting the
You
chickens.
describe.
Yeah. Does this like inspire you to be able to say, okay, like now it's paying off. You know, this is gonna go. This is gonna work.
Thanks, Alex. It certainly
It's the beginning.
It certainly gives me reassurance that what I've been doing has been working. I know you and I, Greg, have talked about some different marketing opportunities and whatnot. But I have had a strategy and have had a plan from the beginning. And you guys know, like, Texas Monthly has always been my goal. Because when I got into barbecue last year, I just kind of saw, like, the barbecue restaurants that were being mentioned in Texas Monthly. Those were the barbecue restaurants that were thriving, and the ones who really weren't doing as well as I would like to do in this business. I'll say that. I'm not going to say they're not doing well, but so it was a goal. It was a goal. I see you, TV. It was a goal of mine to get his attention and get the magazine's attention. And I think some of the things I did strategically allowed me to do that. Some of the social media, the YouTube channel, Instagram, as well as some connections I made in the community, and some of the videos and outreach. We got 3 videos on. Get this, Kirby's Barbecue has 3 videos on TikTok. Each one of them has over 20,000 views.
Oh wow!
I don't even have a TikTok account.
Oh whoa!
That was the boys' barbecue reviews. They put up 3 reels from their visit at my restaurant, and each one of them has over 20,000 views on TikTok. And so,
wow!
Like, I've had people coming in saying, "Oh, we saw you on TikTok. That's how we found out about you." And I'm like, "That's great, because I don't even have a TikTok account." So, yeah, so strategic partnerships and things in the background, I think, led to stop right. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it. Yeah,
I'm trying to leave us. I'm trying to leave a secret super chat here, but I don't have a card connected. That sucks.
Just connect the American Express one.
Yeah, right. I just send you $100 cash. How about that?
Look at Snack Daddy out there putting in some work, grinding. That's right. That's right. Snack Daddy grinding over there, putting in work, showing y'all who the real daddy is in the brisket game. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I cooked 8 briskets that were amazing.
You sold 2.
No, I sold 7.
I sold 3.5.
I have 1 brisket left, and I'm taking that to the tamale lady tomorrow to make my brisket tamales.
That's a plan.
It is definitely a plan. I'm waiting on a call back from my cost for her to make me 200 tamales.
Do you have a slicer?
Yeah, I can get my DAV slicer.
So remember when I talked to you the other day, try taking one and slicing that thin like you would for a Philly's cheesesteak and do brisket cheesesteaks. You have the griddle.
I can't do brisket cheesesteaks. I can't do that.
Why?
My mom would kill me. She says that she hates my menu now.
That's what you were doing before I met you.
Okay, well, I will come through this phone.
Huh?
That's what you kept calling it, my guy. That's what you kept calling it.
Bro, you
were throwing shots at me, and I was just letting them ride and still being your friend.
Bro, you were don't make me go back to your old Instagram video.
Go back to the old Instagram. It was never a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, my guy.
You were doing
that's just it was always a brisket sandwich. It just has
a brisket sandwich.
It just has grilled.
Just made it alive.
Yeah, and cheese.
I'm about to.
You called it, bro. I never called it that. That was something you called it.
Entertain while I find this. I'm gonna find the evidence.
I promise you. I can show you. I have the picture of the first brisket sandwich as the backdrop on my laptop right here, and I'm looking right at it. Nah, you never know Philly cheesesteak.
You're bugging. Dude.
I'm saying it's something you could try. No, I thought it was actually interesting. I saw it on Meat Church.
He doesn't have to try it. He doesn't have to try it because that's what he's always done.
This guy. Hey, yo. So, like, I'm almost coming up on a year. December 26th, I went out to my local barbershop and I put a post on Instagram and I said, come get your $9 brisket sandwich.
Hold on. When you got there, did they say, why are you here?
No, they didn't. I don't even know if I had been going bald at that point or shave it off at least. But so, yeah. And then I got out there and I was like, this is good. This is too much work. So I made it a $10 sandwich and a $1 side of barbecue sauce. So it was $11 because my barbecue sauce had brisket in it. It was fire. And then within a couple of weeks, I had a solid $13 sandwich. Like my sandwich rode for $13. I kept telling my wife, I was like, there's no such thing as a $13 brisket sandwich. The sandwich has to be $15. and then I did the state fair, and I did $20 for the brisket sandwich. And ever since the state fair, my sandwich has been $17.
The prices of brisket also was around $4 back then too.
Right, it was.
I mean, it really is.
No, Sean, Sean
context
can't
of how
don't come back to this call because you're not gonna find it. So, hey, you guys, welcome to the Brisket Daddy live stream tonight. We're gonna go ahead and just take over this. We're gonna take over this whole chat.
Archive. I had to go deep into the archive to find this. But before I play the clip, okay, TJ, I remember this dude reached out to me and he was like, "Hey, bro, I've been watching your YouTube videos. You know, how much do you charge for like a mentorship?"
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
That's the reason the whole mentorship and the whole YouTube
kicked off
membership.
I
was
remember
his
the first live he was on, and he pulled out a chunk of brisket and was eating it on the show.
But I was Sean's first. I reached out to Sean, and Sean was like, "Oh shoot, I got people in California looking for me to do this."
William, I will never be doing brisket fries, sir. I don't own a. There's no fryers in my restaurant, sir.
Bro, yeah, don't, William. We'll talk offline about that. I've been.
So yes,
wife tried to tell him, but he's still not listening.
Mentorship, right?
His
And I
wife-
remember he sent me a video. And I watched the video, and then I talked to him on the phone. And I said, "Hey, so you doing like brisket Philly cheesesteak?" I swear.
I know. I remember the conversation like it was yesterday.
Those were my exact words.
Those would be your exact words. I never corrected you though. I let people just talk. I didn't say. I was like,
when I watched the video, I said, "This dude's doing brisket Philly cheesesteak."
And ever since then, I really thought you was like capping on me, like.
Bro,
this guy on Cali is doing a Philly cheese. What you got?
This is some brisket Philly cheese. Look at that. Thin slice, cold, so you can throw it on the griddle just like they do the cheesesteaks. Look at my man. The brisket, the peppers on there. Yep, how you doing? Got the cheese, the onion. Look at the brisket fries. Yep. Look at that. Look at that. That's a Philly cheesesteak. What you mean? That is a Philly cheesesteak.
No, that meat that you see me doing on the griddle right there, that's for the brisket fries, maybe. That's for the brisket fries. That's warming it up just to throw in the fries.
We seen the sandwich at the beginning of the clip.
No, the sandwich at the end of the clip. The sandwich is right.
Don't make me replay this shit.
Yeah, bro.
Right there. Right there.
But that's not. But that's not Philly cheesesteak. That's sandwich.
It's not chopped up.
That wasn't. And I wasn't even doing chopped sandwiches at first.
Yo, dope shit, brother. Keep it up. I hope you make a lot of money with your brisket cheesesteaks.
You said
right there, dog. Look at that. That's cheesesteak thin right there. And then you got the fries. You know you gotta have fries with your Philly cheesesteak. You got the peppers. Look. I missed it. You got the peppers on the grill.
Yeah, the peppers are for
Greg.
the fries.
Sean's just mad that he doesn't have the infrastructure that you have to do Philly cheesesteak briskets. He's just hating on you, man. He's hating on you.
Johnny Baker said busted. See?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I remember the conversation when he was like, "Yeah, I see you're doing some kind of like Philly cheesesteak sandwiches." And I was like, okay. If that's what you want to call it. I'm thinking it's a sandwich, but it definitely growth. Definitely growth as of today. Now my menu is massive.
The reason I said that is because in Texas, a brisket sandwich consists of brisket and a bun.
I know. So I see I got one of those orders yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, a real brisket sandwich. Let me make this one right because I know this person knows what a real brisket sandwich is."
Yeah.
And so I gave him the moist part I gave him the perfect pieces in that sandwich and sent it out wrapped up perfect. It felt great to be able to send that sandwich out. I rarely often get those. Matter of fact, it's so bad to where for my events now, like when we get going, we start making sandwiches. Like I'll make 8 sandwiches and then I put them underneath my griddle because I've got a gap for the legs underneath the griddle. So it's almost like it's a warming oven. It's warm down there. So I have a sandwich order. Sandwich orders take 30 seconds to fill. I got a brisket sandwich. Boom. Sandwiches are like that. Like I have to, because the lines just start off really so long. I don't like it because my mom is about like, she's again, the queen of the kitchen, operations it's a family operation, and she knows how to like make things flow. And so like having these people want, the cheese, the onions, the meat on the bun, it's wrapped up, the bun is toasted, it's under the warmer. It's just like if you were doing a catering order for 50 people and you did your sandwiches and put them in the warmer and took them. It's the same thing. It's made, maybe 5-10 minutes ago. There is a time when we'll run out and then we're just making them fresh, right? We're making them fresh, but it's so much better to have them kind of like ready because I've got so much on my menu going on. And to be able to just have a brisket sandwich delivered and out of the way, it just makes it very functional. But because I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. But
Buc-ee's does the same thing. Wrap it up in some foil and throw it in the warmer.
Yeah, it's in a little
heat lamp
foil wrap.
Look,
yeah,
with and without sauce.
Look, I'm not hating. When you do the volume of Brisket Daddy Barbecue, sometimes that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm at the point now to where like I was upset that it wasn't 250 people, 500 people minimum. But I had been talking to TJ and I think to you for this all week. I really wanted to cook 8 briskets this week so I could put a couple in the refrigerator and the freezer and start understanding my scale abilities, because I have like people hitting me in every direction for food. Like I had a pastor call me the other day. Like he normally calls me for like media stuff. All of a sudden he's calling me for like brisket. And I'm like, oh, wow. And I kind of can't keep up. So it'd be beneficial for me to say, okay, I'm going to put on 8 briskets and I'm going to, vacuum seal these, and I'm going to refrigerate for an event that I have when I need brisket fries or sandwiches or my tamales, my brisket loaded fries, brisket chili, cheesesteaks. So at least it gives me some kind of cushion, because like I have this Monday night football thing they want me to do every Monday night. Well, I can't cook every single week to have food for Monday night football. Can't. So I have to find a creative way. And I know it can be done because when you go to Terry Black's,
you're so blessed out there, brother.
No, because Terry Black's is selling frozen briskets right at the door. They've got a case full of frozen briskets.
He's shipping them out.
Yeah, you can ship them out, or a customer can buy it.
Yeah.
Right? A customer can buy it and take it home.
The biggest thing is that you vacuum seal it, you freeze it right away. You don't stick it in the fridge. Vacuum seal it, freeze it right away. It comes with an understanding that it's not fresh, that it's going to be reheated. So it's different. That's all. But you're in a different environment than Sean is. Yeah, no.
That's for sure. But yeah, I don't know. Let's like open up the chat about that. How do people feel about freezing the brisket for uses of? I mean, not the slice. I wouldn't prefer. So last night I called TJ at like 11 o'clock at night, and I said, TJ,
my time, 11 o'clock, my time.
I knew I couldn't call you because you're actually like, you got something going on, right? I knew I could call TJ.
Damn.
I knew you just got done all day long and you had to get up.
No, I cooked all day and recorded.
Oh, you did
all damn day yesterday. You just caught me at a moment that I was just too tired to get up out the chair and go to bed.
But I got you to bed.
And then you called me from a bad cell phone area because your service sucked that night.
Greg be calling me late, thinking I'm gonna be awake. I'm old.
I do. I called TJ later than I ever called you. That's why I called him, because I was like, this fool is not gonna answer.
Greg doesn't realize he's 2 hours
And I
behind.
guarantee you, he did not take my advice.
No, I did.
Did you?
I
went back?
actually no. I
You
had
went
the
back?
cleaners. No, okay. So
No,
everybody
you didn't
knows.
take my advice.
Everybody
No,
knows.
you don't even have to elaborate it. You had
I didn't-
somebody else possibly do what you needed done, and I said, "Don't mess around. Go take care of it yourself." You were 10 to 15 minutes, by your words, 10 to 15 minutes away, and you still chose to put it on somebody else.
Yeah, I did. So I put my Cambro inside of the refrigerator at my commercial kitchen yesterday with the
Repeat
top
that,
on it.
please. Repeat that. Repeat what you just said.
I put my Cambro in the refrigerator with warm briskets in it yesterday.
Excuse me, Mr. Disc, Brisket Daddy. Question: is your Cambro insulated?
It's a Cambro.
So it's insulated.
You know what?
Was it closed? Was it closed?
I said with the lid on it.
I've got a great idea, guys. I got a great idea. I need you guys to super chat as much money as you can, and I need you guys. The person who super chats is going to be to fund the next episode of, what should we call it, TJ? We're going to do like a traveling barbecue show where I go visit Greg, and I just like Gordon Ramsay him. Like, I watch everything he does in the kitchen, and I yell at him, and I throw his, "What the fuck is this brisket?" and throw it across the kitchen.
Is it against the wall?
Against the wall. You know, we need to do some like reality TV in Greg's kitchen because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I got some crazy premiation conversations going over here too. Sean, it would be a great show, Sean.
Or we can
You
just call
can't produce it.
California violations. We just call it California violations.
The California violation. So I put my ice chest inside the refrigerator last night because I was dog tired, and I didn't want anybody. I didn't want the cleaning company, or I didn't want somebody to come overnight and see briskets laying out on the counter. So I thought I was hiding them in my ice chest. And so I just put the thing in the refrigerator, and as soon as I got home, I was like, "Wait, I'm supposed to take those out and wrap them up in plastic."
You got
them in the
a walk-in cooler at the church?
No, we just have large commercial refrigerators. Like, it fits inside, no problem. Double doors, true refrigeration.
So I guess the strategy was, since the fridge is insulated and then the Cambro's insulated and then the brisket's wrapped, it's like a triple insulated.
No, I was just putting them away. I was forgetting about the danger zone and food safety because it would have just fell in temperature and not been affected by the refrigeration that it needed to be in. So I called TJ and I was like, "Look, listen to what I just did, and I got to go back and take these out, huh? At minimum." So I ended up calling the cleaners. This is what I did, TJ. I called the cleaners, who I knew were there because they showed up when I left. And I asked for him to remove the top to the cooler and leave the ice chest in the Cambro in there. Just take the top off.
The cleaning staff put down the dirty mop and mop bucket.
Yes.
Went into the fridge, took the lid off the briskets.
No. Took the lid off of the
little bite out of the brisket.
Yeah, right. Took a little bite. And that's why I covered it up, because I didn't want anybody getting into it. So, but the top came off. I got there this morning. They were all cold. I was like, perfect. I put them back in the warmer. And
they were all cold 24 hours later.
Oh, that's 24. I left work last night at 9 p.m. and I was back at 7 a.m. So
they were in the danger zone for
no, they were never in the danger zone. They were never in the danger zone.
I don't know that.
I do know that. I know that 100%.
You know what, guys? This is what I'll say.
I know the time period. I took them. They were only in the refrigerator for. What do you mean? They were only in the Cambro for like 10 minutes. I had literally just. Okay. Yeah, they're fine.
I'm just checking. I'm just trying to make sure that the people are safe. That's all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the people in California, we're doing really well out here.
I bet.
Look at your face. You couldn't even hold it in, bro.
Well, I guess I will just be starving the next time I visit California.
You're gonna come get you some of
I
these
don't
brisket
know- I don't
loaded
know.
fries for sure.
Out there, I think Brisket Daddy's food safety is top notch, but everyone else in California, I don't know. I've heard some horror stories already.
There are definitely some horror stories. I got photos to prove it, and those are just what I could quickly take.
It's terrible, just terrible.
But yeah, man, it's good times. Good times. Congratulations again, man. That's huge, man. Your business is definitely going to take off. Did you tell them about the school? Did you run the commercial, my guy? Did you tell them? Did you show them the commercial?
I did
Yeah, Sean. Did you tell him about the school?
Did you tell them about the
I
school?
didn't get a chance to, guys.
Oh my gosh!
Bro, it was.
Oh my! What are we
I was
doing here?
nervous. I was nervous. It wasn't my best cook. I was just trying to get through the lunch, to be honest. I was just trying to get to the lunch. I was like, man, these guys tasted.
Tracking.
Greg, honestly, I was nervous and I was just trying to get through the lunch because it wasn't my best cook, to be honest. And I was like, man, like this dude's trying the best barbecue in the world, and I'm gonna sit here and make an excuse and say, oh, today wasn't my best cook. No, I didn't say shit. I just let him eat it.
Bro,
I'm really gonna sit there and make excuses. The man has had the best barbecue in the world. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, nah.
this is like that time I went on national TV and it was the worst cook I've ever.
I promise it wasn't that bad.
Yo, if you guys don't know, like I went on national
It wasn't
TV
that bad.
and to slice a brisket for a community event, and I was cutting into the brisket on live TV, and I was like, "Oh shoot, this knife is not moving."
He was like, damn, I need a hacksaw.
And the producer was like, "Man, this is great." I was like, "I'm in business, Sacramento. Here we go."
Just good. Just good.
Philly cheesesteaks coming up.
Smoke,
Order up.
bro. It was like, it was almost like I didn't want to seem like I was fanboy. I didn't want to seem like I was trying to get something out of them because I wasn't. Like, I honestly, I would try to treat them like I would treat any other customer. To be honest, I didn't really do anything extra for him that I didn't do for.
You sit with every customer?
Yeah, I do. A lot of times.
No, you don't.
No, I do. I'm not going to say every single customer because some people just aren't like that. But yeah, as much as I can, I do. Absolutely. Absolutely. As long as they're not mean mugging, I'll sit down with them.
Or sleeping?
Greg, what are those Twitter fingers doing over there?
I got a client looking for her video that I should have delivered a week ago, but I chose to do a community event on the last second. And brisket is literally a challenge in my life. Every time I be dealing with brisket, I'm getting messed up. Like I've got some other serious things that I need to be taking care of that I'm not taking care of because of the brisket. I missed a flight over the brisket. Brisket is definitely causing some issues.
Brisket is basically your side chick, basically.
Say that again, sir.
So brisket is basically your needy side chick.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I had a customer. I was actually talking to him about the school yesterday and trying to get him to join because he's definitely into smoking some meat and like scaling a little bit. And I was like, yeah, man, this is my passion. This is a passion of like, I don't do video games and I don't have a motorcycle. So like, to be able to, have this, 10 rack smoker and to be able to scale and then for it to be consistently the same every single time. Like, I know when I first got started, people were like, didn't really like have faith at first, but then once they seen that the level of consistency has been the same, or remember that time when you taught me how to teach the brisket over the phone? It was about 5 months ago. That one time you're like, okay, we're just going to we'll do this together. And then that was when my buddy came on. He was like, whatever you told him from that cook to the next cook, like it rose like 10 steps, like overnight over one cook.
Yeah.
And it's been like that level and better every single time. Like this last week's cook was just simply amazing. I put the briskets on at 4:30 and I didn't take them off until 9 p.m. because I'm starting like 200 and they were actually some really big briskets. They were like 17 pounds, 20 pounds. I bought 2 cases and I just was like, this is just what I'm going to get. And there's some fire management and pit issues. So that's why it just takes longer, but definitely get into that moment. We definitely got there. The product this week was just really good. And then the ribs, I wasn't even selling ribs. My dad was like, you can't be a black man out here selling ribs, selling brisket, and you don't have ribs and hot links. And it was just a joke. I started making ribs, and the ribs, Sean, I may have to do a side-by-side. You may have to come out to Cali and because the ribs are hitting, especially the ribs and fry plates.
I might have to come out to Cali. Is that what you said?
Yeah, 3 ribs and some fries. 3 ribs and fries for $20.
California violations.
DJ, can you get California violations? That's right. DJ, I don't know if you can get
I needed somebody to super chat $300 right now to Sean, so he can get. So y'all buy this man a plane ticket to get out this way. I have an event on the 24th. Get him a plane ticket for the 20th. Are they going to
allow me to bring riot gear? Can I bring him a plate carrier, a helmet, shit like that? I hear shit's crazy out there.
You don't need that out in California.
No. I heard they were throwing stones off of bridges at federal officers and shit out there.
No, I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, no, not here.
You don't know nothing about that?
Yeah. No, I don't know nothing about that.
This man wants you to come and cook out there so he can show you how better he is than you now.
I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade or nothing, but
please.
Okay, hold on. You go to Yelp. Oh, I don't know. I'll read it for you. I got a review yesterday, guy. I'm gunning for you. I'm not even going to front anymore. I'm gunning for you, Sean.
One review, and he's the top of the world.
Let me tell you something. You gunning for me is like a poodle gunning for Superman.
Well, because you keep talking about this Philly cheesesteak sandwich. I'm about to let loose. I'm ready to.
Look, just make sure you got the cheese whiz on deck. That's all.
Cheese whiz. I got the brisket sandwich in town with cheese. Okay.
So on another note,
yeah,
I spent all day yesterday filming content for the Sausage Masterclass.
It's beautiful. I'm excited for it. You sounded very professional in your introduction video. Very official.
Very official.
That's the only practice part. The rest of it is me just going through everything.
Okay. You were definitely more professional than I certainly have been putting videos.
Yeah, let me this is Sean.
Oh, here we go.
I'm inside.
Keep those on, TJ, for the rest of the call, bro. I need somebody to shoot super chat for that too, please. That is hilarious.
Oh gosh. He's talking about you, Philly cheese.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. It's all good.
Whiskey Daddy, I'm getting into the barbecue game. Any chance I can pick your brain? I am up in Chico. Kirby, thanks you for your videos. They have been priceless and helping. Oh, awesome. I'm happy
Chico. That's home.
I'm happy they can help.
I was born and raised in Chico, just about. I got all kind of family in Chico.
There you go.
Look at the school. Check the school out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. You definitely need to get into the school.
Cool.
Yeah,
A barbecue game. If you want to do it, is it a backyard thing or is it you want to sell to people?
Gentlemen, hold it down. I got to go to the restroom. Give me a second.
Yeah, this. I'm looking for a review that I had that I got yesterday, but I don't see it anywhere. Maybe they deleted it, TJ.
They came to their senses.
Yeah, I think they came to their senses and deleted it. It was good though. It was like the brisket is really good. This says something about it. Makes me just feel like Texas barbecue again. I'm gonna check for it on my
No,
phone. I
it's
don't see it on the
just-
computer.
It's your version of Texas barbecue.
No, it's not my version. It is Texas barbecue. 100%. Came across them at an event. The barbecue was fantastic. The ribs and the brisket had a beautiful crust and the smoke ring. Everything had a rich flavor. Even their sauce was perfect. I felt like I was back in Texas.
Send it to Sean.
Yeah, I sent that to Sean. It was. I'm just proud of my own. I'm just proud of myself for being able to be consistent. It's just so much fun. But I gotta my mom was like, no more events. It's just a lot of work on the whole family. I'm pulling everybody out. I got, money taker.
It's exhausting.
is
It
exhausting.
gets exhausting.
I know we talk about the numbers, and Sean's like, this guy just made $1,000 in one day. Nah, it's more like 5 days. We're buying the food, you're trimming it, you're cooking it, you're doing dishes
it's a
afterwards.
process, and people. So that's the whole point when you don't want to undersell yourself because you're doing a lot of work on the back end that people don't see. They want to complain about the price, but they don't understand all the work that's going into it for that quality of food. Ashante, this is the perfect thing that the school will teach you
Mhm.
is the county, city paperwork, all that stuff. I mean, look into it. He put the link up. But to sell to people, it's a whole nother level. And you have tons of people that you're able to communicate with and reach out to on the school that can answer those questions. And a lot of people are constantly on and get the notifications, and you get an answer pretty quick.
Yeah, so Sean has some content on the YouTube page, so you can also kind of go there and start there. And he has a great video on the concepts needed to start a barbecue pop-up business. But I feel like if you're really serious about it, going to the next step to actually join the school, because then there's more content. Like the school is something that new that has just been created. But it has more content than what you're just going to find on the YouTube channel, right? He's going into, the hour video you're going to find on YouTube is there, but then he takes and he goes and there's, a 5-minute video on how to get your paperwork and what paperwork you're going to need. He goes into, what items you're going to need to have to be able to operate, how you're going to structure your menu, how you're going to price your food, right? So you really want to get into the school and get all the information. And then it's not just about picking my brain, right? It's about when you on the school, the questions that you are looking for are probably already in there because there's a ton of conversations. You can go and start say, oh, okay, read this and then see what the guy said, see the guys say. And then you can even add a comment to that and then wait for a reply and then get your answer. So, because there's one thing to just call and talk to me and say, okay, what paperwork do I need? How do I fill that out or whatever? But when you fill out the paperwork, then what? Then you're going to call me back and be like, okay, Greg, okay, now what do I need to do? Right. I'm not offering the coaching services. I think the school is the best place to be able to get all the information you're going to need if you want to make this, to sell to people and dealing with the county and paperwork, you need to be a part of the school.
For sure. And ongoing support too.
Ongoing. Yeah, because it's not just one time. It's you're going to learn every single time. I have my paperwork since June. Yeah. I've never had any visit from the county yet. I haven't had no visits. So
They're not
Yeah,
looking down when they're walking around to check things.
yeah,
You know,
I was ready. I'm waiting for them. I'm ready. Yesterday, I went out prepared for them. When I say prepared for them, my operations are already good, 6 inches off the ground. I brought some wooden blocks for that. I have a 10-gallon hand washing station. We only need 5. I heat up my water on my stove to put it back into the bucket. And then as far as my hand washing stations, I had 3 bus tubs. They never got used with water and for dishes because I had brought onions and tomatoes. I added a chicken sandwich, a barbecue chicken club sandwich. So I had to cut tomatoes and lettuce. And then I added a hot dog with grilled onions and bacon wrapped hot dog with grilled onions. Those had to be prepped. We made Texas Twinkies. Those had to be prepped. There was a lot going on, like new items. Chicken sandwich, Texas Twinkie was new. And then the hot dogs were also new. So, yeah, it's a lot, man. When does your PRM pit come in? Oh, you just tell about the danger zones brisket.
He said, just don't tell them about the danger zone brisket, Greg. Other spots, not yours, of course. That's right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You said, when's y'all's PRM pits come in?
well,
I got to
IRM is having a little staffing issue, so he's increased his lead times to 150 days instead of 90. And mine that I've ordered was looking like mid-November to come in.
Wow.
In November?
And Greg is still on the fence about how he's going to order.
Yeah. Greg's trying to decide if he's going to cook 20 briskets next week or if he's going to just hang it up and quit. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I got a trailer that I pull. And so buying a trailer smoker is problematic for me because I love my trailer. I love the Daddy Wagon for sure. The Daddy Wagon is a commercial kitchen on wheels for sure.
Yes.
It's super functional. I can bang out all kind of food on that thing. Today I got a rush. My ribs were already cut. The briskets I can cut right there on the thing. I mean, I did a lot of orders in a very short amount of time and killed the game. I made, like I said, good money really fast. 4 or 5 workers though. I had like people just were like, okay, I'll help you real quick. I had somebody who just started taking money for me. I had my mom hopped in on the trailer and started making plates. And then 2 other ladies just hopped in. It worked.
Okay.
But I was like, at the event the other day, the food truck guy showed up. He opened up a door and he was like, good to go. Whereas when I show up, I'm rolling off a smoker. I'm moving Cambro boxes around. I got a tin I'm setting up.
Yep.
It's just so many small little moving parts. Everything's in a bin now. The bins are labeled, chips, small containers, big containers, tablecloths, square machine.
I'll tell you what. If I ever get out of that restaurant space, I'm gonna have Paul put my 250 on an Overlander package.
Yep, 100%.
And I'm rolling.
Yeah.
I'm setting up wherever the hell I want.
Yep.
If anybody comes to talk to me, I'm gonna just say, just go. You know who I am. Just go check my YouTube channel. I'm just setting my shit up wherever I want. I'm gonna just pull up. I'm gonna do a Kirby's Barbecue World Tour. We're just gonna pull up different places.
I don't think you have to worry about that. I think from that man coming to your restaurant though is going to be monumental. Like you put out some really good food. I really can't gun for you because you do a day in and day out. I'm just joshing with you. You make some really good.
I'm just so like, I know they say you're your biggest critic, but I'm just like so like, damn, like that was not my best effort on that day. So
I should get a rotisserie. I should.
Asante said, "Do you use your smoker at home or a commercial kitchen?" Kirby taught me some things are illegal and then illegal. Yep, that's
Right.
That's right.
I use them at both. I actually prefer to cook on site.
There you go.
I cook my briskets on site.
There you go.
Yes. And so it was challenging because I didn't want to lie to the health department. I didn't want to tell a fib and be, personally, I don't like lying. So I wanted to be as truthful as possible. So when the county wants to know, what are you serving? And so do you have to be serving a brisket sandwich or do you have to be serving, I serve beef sandwiches. That's a hamburger. That's on site.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's a difference. And Sean's talked about that before. It is not realistic to cook brisket on site. It's something that has to cook all day long. The day before, rest overnight, and then you have it out in the warmer.
We got a comment from the audience here. It says, "Greg, you lied about the brisket cheese."
You're stupid. How are you so quick with that crap? You're good. You're good.
Because he's not in a state of confusion.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Beef cheesesteaks.
Yeah, I put on my county paperwork. We sell beef cheesesteaks. Beef cheesesteaks. Yeah, no,
barbecue is on Greg tonight.
Yeah, he's on it for sure. He posted one earlier. Sean didn't put. He said, "What if the man showed up and Greg was asleep?"
Oh, we saw. I was laughing my ass off on that one.
Yeah, he goes, so Brandon's sitting down there, right? And he goes, Daniel goes, "So is he a customer?"
That's when you go. The food was so good it knocked him out as soon as he finished.
So he did. He asked if he was a customer.
Yeah, he was like, Brandon was like, "Yeah, I've followed this dude on YouTube for a long time.
Oh, yeah,
I've been to Rosemeyer, I've been to Bar A, but Sean's closer. I've never had anything bad from him, so I'm here like once a week, which he is. He's there, and he comes through every weekend. So it was kind of funny."
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Oh.
That is funny.
Dude, that froze or something. I don't know.
But I was like, "Yeah, he's my friend, and he's a regular customer." But
what you got going on in the chat?
Not too much. This is the part of the show where you guys are free to ask any question that you have for the panel. Love to get your questions answered. Otherwise, we're going to keep messing with Greg as usual.
Status quo.
Status quo. But I will say, I'm excited to see the sausage making class, TJ. I know it will be very informative and very helpful for everybody, including myself. And I'm excited for it. I'm also excited to kind of laugh a little bit at how professional you're acting in the videos.
You got the links. You could play it on this, the intro.
No, I ain't gonna
do that. He's just getting at you because he's saying you got to relax some.
It's good. No, it's good though. It's good to have a different change of pace. Like it's especially like when you're doing informational videos where a lot of people are going to watch it and you're probably going to want to link back to it for other people as well. Like it's good. I would just give you a hard time. You know that.
I haven't even watched it, so don't listen to what I'm saying.
You haven't watched it? Oh, bro, you got to watch
it. He hasn't watched my videos. Yeah,
bro.
But like you said, I didn't do anything you told me to do last night. So you already said that, right? You didn't do anything I told you to do. No, I did not.
What?
Yeah. He calls for my advice and then does the opposite.
Well, the crazy part is I called for Sean's advice. I called Sean and said, "Hey, I got these briskets left over. What do I do?" He said, "Wrap them up."
What to do it though. And you didn't like the answer. I told you what to do with them. You didn't like the answer.
No,
So
I did like the answer.
No, you did not like the answer. So you decided to call TJ, hoping to get a different answer than what I already gave you.
Oh, that was no. You told me no. You got it wrong. You got it wrong.
He was not going to give you another answer is because there's only one food safe answer, and that is to wrap it up and put it in the refrigerator, not in a can, bro. Not leave it to the janitor to have for dinner.
You're not listening. You're like my wife. You're just not listening right now.
I've been listening, bro. Listening.
I said I called you. I talked to you like 20 hours before I talked to him, and then you told me what to do, and I was like, okay. When I get done with my day, I'll make sure I do that.
You said when I get done with my day, I'm going to call the janitor, let him have a bite out of the.
I'm going to do that. And then the day got done, and I just. At that point, maybe didn't like your answer, and I was just trying to keep my brisket safe. I just didn't want somebody to come into the kitchen and taking my briskets. That's all I knew. And then, yes, but it got taken care of. That's all that matters.
Is the Daddy Wagon a live stream that requires a credit card? We're gonna put the live stream of the Daddy Wagon on the paywall.
I've been trying to get to it. I got the speaker consistently. I had the TV out a couple times. I got a couple people who've been begging for me to get a camera out on my events. I will 100% commit to that on October 24th. The Daddy Wagon will live stream as long as I can live stream that day. From when I arrive, I'll start the stream.
There's your best bud right there, Florida Cracker Barbecue. You said Greg is a rebel.
I am, man. This is my midlife crisis.
2B Barbecue. I know you're not asking that question right now. I know you're not asking that. You better join the school, dog.
What is required?
If you ain't figured out how to do the pop-up for my YouTube videos, you definitely need to get into school. You're bugging. I just dropped the link in there again. I better see you in the school.
Run the video, my guy. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? What's required? What's required for you to run a pop-up? Run the video. I'll show you what's required.
All right, I got a premium presentation to show you guys. Hold on. This is the preview for what's going to be the ultimate sausage masterclass, only available in the school. Let's see what we got here.
Hi, I'm TJ with Zuni's Barbecue, and it's a barbecue profit blueprint master sausage making course. In this master sausage making course, you will be shown how to make your own sausage and how to make changes to fit your own style. The master sausage making course will provide a step-by-step process on how to make your own sausage from scratch. Upon completion of this course, you will have been given the knowledge that you need to make your own sausage. So with that being said, let's get started on your journey to making sausage for your business. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I'm a super chat. Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, TJ. Oh, hold on. My apologies, sir. My apologies. That was very impressive.
That's what you get for not watching his video.
I am actually, yes, send me the file. I will add the music bed and I will edit these for free. For free. I love it. Yes, that was very good. I love how the lighting was balanced. The audio was consistent. You weren't just standing in some random spots with some shades on in a corner. It was great content, my guy. I like that. You put thought and effort and time into that 100%. Not some fly by the mill.
The rest of it is a walkthrough. It's not. I'm just going. No. There was no extra takes or things like that because
that's fine. Yeah, as long as you hit that spot on, then you can definitely just put the camera down and talk every now and then. Hey, yes, I can't wait to watch this class.
Great job, TJ.
Great job, TJ. Yeah,
that took hours and
did
over 50 takes. for 30 seconds.
Yes, and this is why you don't do videos for the school, because we wouldn't have any content. So
Yes.
because it cannot take that long.
we all have
Yeah.
different
We do.
good qualities.
We do.
I tend to rush things out, but I get the shit done.
Right.
And I get the information out there.
Yep.
And then other people are more perfectionists. I've never been a perfectionist. I'm just like, hey, let's get it done.
Yep.
Done is better than perfect. That's always been my motto.
100%.
But you know, there's
100%.
everybody has different talents. Okay.
100%.
No shade.
Yep.
Either way.
There's no shade. No, there's no shade at all. I think, yeah, this is great.
Huh?
And the address is if your sausage to me. Could you switch to shipping sausage? I think people know on YouTube that I'm waiting for my sausages. So
Oh,
they're
they
just like,
know. They know.
they're just like, okay, well, when Greg gets them, then we know that TJ is serious.
That's right.
So
And what's even crazier is had I had a nice vacuum sealed frozen package of Zumi's barbecue sausages with his nice logo and information.
oh, you could have gave that to the snob.
I could have gave Daniel Vaughn a package of
You
Zumi's
should have said,
barbecue
hey, take this with you as a little parting gift,
That's
something we
right.
have for our VIPs.
That's right.
Yeah,
I could've
TJ,
said, hey,
yeah.
you know, I got a little community online. This is one of my guys, super cool dude. He helped me with my grand opening. He's opening his restaurant or not his restaurant, but his pop-up in Louisiana. He just ordered a PRN pit. It's going to be coming at the end of the year. You know, I know sometimes you travel outside of Louisiana, man. Give these sausages a try. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I want people to put in the chat, do you think that I can cook and freeze a brisket sooner and get it to TJ than he's going to send me sausage? Send me your address, TJ. Text me your address tonight.
At this point, Greg's gonna be making sausage and shipping it to you quicker than it's the other way around.
That's the goal, is for everybody to
Yeah.
learn how to do it themselves.
Yeah, if you put that
Leave
video
me
online,
alone.
I would definitely make a sausage and ship it to you.
Buddy, you might be doing the editing, depending on my luck.
Yeah, because I got so much meat and stuff in the freezer. I actually kind of like, I need to start throwing some of it away because it's like I just have so much like tallow or fat and really good really good meat that I have so much, I just can't process it. I'm losing money there. I know for sure. I should be making sausages and doing a lot more with that waste.
Asante said, thanks for the entertainment, fun, and help. Taking the wife to Keith Sweat. Yeah, I'm an old head. All right, man. Have fun. Have fun. 2B barbecue. Come on, man. Or woman. I'm not sure. Click the link. Go check it out, man. I sent you the link. I put it in the chat. I don't know why you playing like you ain't been on this channel forever.
Oh my God.
Bird.
Don't take that personal. He's just rough around the edges. Just go check out the link.
That's right.
Greg, you bring it out of us.
We'd love to have you in the group. Love to have you in the group. It don't
So
matter.
this- It don't matter what.
Nothing. Go ahead.
No, so this is the point where Greg starts to get a little bit tired. I can feel it in my eyes. And I told my wife I wasn't going to be doing a long time.
It's 7 o'clock for you.
We're at 2 hours and 25 seconds right this second. 28.
27.
30. But it's a great call. I mean, like Daniel Vaughn came, Sean's about to blow up. Like I had a great weekend. You shot some excellent content. What is it? What else? What is it? Snack Daddy is about to get breaded. $31.25 for $25 a plate at 125 people. Like, you got to get into the school. You got to get the one-on-one coaching. You got to put yourself out there. You got to start doing something. I just wanted to be like the little taco guys who weren't following nobody's rules and just sell my brisket sandwiches and my brisket Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. But I mean, now it's like grown into a whole thing. I just upped my Yelp to $900, I think, because I'm trying to. And I redid it to like for more catering because the holidays are coming up. So like I kind of really want to move away from the pop-ups and then just start doing catering orders. And so it's working because a lady called me the other day and said, "Hey, we're doing a wedding in October of next year, and we love barbecue." And then another guy, so the first guy called me. I did it on Tuesday. On Wednesday, a guy called and said, "I'm looking for a catered tri-tip." And then on Friday, the lady said, "I have a wedding for next year." So I'm definitely kind of investing in the Yelp. I don't even have a website anymore because I'm just telling people just to type in Brisket Daddy Barbecue Sacramento and you'll bring up my Yelp and Google ratings.
Yeah.
And then when they see like the 25-star reviews, then it's like, okay, great.
So, you want to read it? Or
Yeah. TJ, would you use beef and pork mix? If beef brisket ? Or would you use another cut that may be more affordable?
So here's my theory on this, and obviously it's different in Texas. You are in Texas, so it's going to be expected that you're going to mix the brisket in with your pork. I only use pork. Now I did just do chorizo pepper jack, and I had about 3 pounds of brisket, and I just didn't feel like separating it, so I ended up adding it in. I like the texture of just the pork, but you're out in Texas. There's nothing wrong. It's expected. It gives you a little bit more of a grainier mixture, but the difference is that with just using the pork is around $2 a pound, roughly. The brisket is sitting at $5+ a pound. So when you take even your trimmings and add it to that pork mixture, you're raising the cost of your sausage, like the food cost for it. If you had something else to do with the brisket trimmings, i.e., if you grind it up and made brisket burgers and sell it as a brisket burger for a more premium price over just regular hamburger meat, you'll get more out of that. Otherwise, if you have nothing to do with it, by all means, put it in the pork mixture. Just do a 50-50 on it. I just prefer the texture of the pork sausage where I'm at. So, and I just did 10 pounds of chorizo pepper jack smoked sausage for the sausage making class. But I hope that answers your question. My personal preference, but again, I know you're out in Texas. It's just when you add that brisket, you increase the food cost of the sausage.
Yep. But as you know, I mean, I do the beef and pork mix with the brisket trimmings because I'm not selling anything else with the trimming. So
yeah, you have nothing else. You don't have any other avenue. So you're not doing burgers, because a big thing is a lot of people do brisket burgers, and that you can get more value to that cost doing that. If you don't have anything to do with it, there's nothing wrong with. I mean, some places doing all beef sausage anyway.
Yep. I mean, we have the product on hand to do it, and like you said, in Texas, beef and pork mix is pretty standard, and we like that. We like that texture, and we're charging $8 a link. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. He said, "Thanks, brother. Makes sense." Yes, sir.
Well,
my mind is just spinning over here. $8 a link. What's the process of making the brisket burgers?
grinding it up, making it patty.
But like, how do you know how much like fat and meat I'm supposed to have after it's like when I grind it up or before I grind it up? Like, how do you gauge that?
By looking at it.
And is there is there a binder that you use, like something to?
Yeah. You can, I mean, you gauge, like TJ said, you can kind of gauge it by looking at it. Yes. A binder does help. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. A binder, and you don't have to use a binder. But
Greg, when you get ground meat from the store, do you put a binder in it?
This guy.
I mean, to me, when you start adding those things, you're making a meatloaf burger. and I'm not a fan of that. I want to taste the meat. So I don't use binders, and I grind it up and just make patties out of it. And you could actually smoke them for hours and then
Sometimes,
put them on the side, huh?
yeah. So I've done smoked burgers a couple times. Sometimes I will say, if your grind isn't fine enough, and if you're not taking enough time mixing it and really getting it right, sometimes it will fall apart if you don't.
Yeah, every time I made one, everything is falling apart. I'm like, I don't know nothing
It
about
doesn't have to be a crazy binder, but that non-fat milk powder that we use for the sausage, maybe an egg, it won't
Try
hurt.
the egg.
Won't
Okay.
hurt.
And then
So I do the coarse grind first, and then I use the fine grind, and I'll probably run it through this twice. Between
snap.
the coarse grind, huh?
Let me
This
see
is
that. Put that
fine.
closer to the camera.
This is the fine grind.
Yeah.
So there's a coarse grind and then there's a fine one. So I'll run it through the coarse grind once and then run it through that one twice. And by that time, it's
The
mixed
coarse
it
is
up
bigger.
enough. Yeah, the coarse is the bigger one.
Now that makes sense. When
Yeah.
I did it, I only ran it through the bigger one. So
Yeah, you can't.
That's
So if
the
you're trying
problem.
to,
Then
if
I've
you're
only
trying
ran
to
the
make,
bigger one time, and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay.
no. So it comes with two. It comes with a coarse and it comes with a fine. So look at the ground meat at the store; it's finer. They're using it through the fine one. So, like I said, I'll once through the coarse, twice through the fine, and that'll get it all mixed up, and it looks just like you would get ground meat at the store, and that's how you do it.
Then
And you're in the perfect environment to do that because you could smoke the burgers low and slow for like 3 or 4 hours, and then put them to the side in a warmer and flash them on your griddle or your other cooker or whatever, and bring it and get it hot and serve it. It's a selling point. It's a smoked brisket burger.
yeah. So do you season the meat just like you season the patty when you
Salt and
like
pepper.
when you do a
Salt and
burger pepper
Just like you would do a brisket. Just like you would do a brisket. Salt
or
and
my
pepper.
burger seasoning, whatever I want to put on it. But do you do that when you smoke it, or do you do that when I put it on the
smoke
griddle?
yeah, just
No,
like you
smoke
doing a
it.
burger. Just like you're doing a burger.
Yeah.
Make the patty, season it, throw it on the smoker.
And smoke it
that's
for like
perfect.
2 to 3 hours.
This is when I throw a plug for my carnivore seasoning. I can put my carnivore right on my burger
I
meat.
would not recommend doing.
You might as well
okay.
use the black.
I wouldn't recommend doing that.
No carnivore on that.
No.
Dang, I'm trying to find a use for that. I got a lot of that stuff sitting around.
Yeah, you ordered cases of it, didn't you?
Oh, man.
But you had the perfect opportunity with what you're doing. Like while you got the brisket going, you throw in the patties and you slow them.
I didn't want to compete with the brisket sandwich, but yeah, I don't want to add it to my menu now.
What
But my
about
menu's
brisket burgers? Brisket burgers.
Nah, my menu's too
Talking
big.
about what you can do with the brisket trimmings
I know.
other than just putting it in sausage.
Yeah, I just need to put it in the sausage. That's really what it comes down to. I can't do anything else. And that my numbers would skyrocket because then I wouldn't be buying hot links anymore. And then I'd be officially like barbecue. That needs to be my next thing.
There you go, Greg. There you go, buddy. You put that on the menu right next to your brisket cheesesteak.
Caramelized grilled onions, pickles, cheese, burger sauce, half mayo, half barbecue sauce. Oh, wow.
So you can elevate it by calling it a brisket burger, smoked brisket burger, and you're going to raise the level of quality to where you can raise the price. And honestly,
more than the $17 sandwich? Where are you going?
Well,
Where?
More than a regular burger.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Say that again?
More than a regular burger, as if you were just doing a regular burger. So you can price it close. You can price it to the same as your brisket burger. It's still your same product, and it's leftover product that you're using in a different way.
Yeah, when I sell brisket burgers, I do them for $18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Johnny Baker says, just had my brisket burgers for dinner, coarse grind only, and turned out perfect. Also tried adding shredded cheese and steak spice to the grind, and they were great too.
So I'm just not finding it small enough. That's the only problem. That's where I'm messing up.
Yeah.
Well, he used coarse grind, so that's the bigger one.
Oh,
I
you
did it, and I didn't like the texture.
I got that feedback from.
I didn't like the texture either. Go ahead, Sean.
I didn't mind it personally. I didn't care, but I got that feedback from my wife and my brother when I did the coarse grind.
That they didn't like the texture
because you're used to the ground meat style,
right?
So it's just you'd have to run it through like 3 times on the coarse grind, and it's still not going to really mix it as well.
Yeah,
you'll start to emulsify it before it gets a good mixture, which is just a different thing.
So I can make it as meaty or as fatty as I want, right? I can make it all 100% ground brisket, or like, yeah, I got all this red, and then I can stick a little bit of this fat, and then boom.
Well, no, you need the fat in there. You need at least 20%. So what you want to shoot for is 20 to 30% fat. So that's just like when you get the 80-20 ground meat or the 73-27, in that range. Just remember, the more fat you put in, the smaller it's going to get.
The more fat put into the smaller the burger's going to be.
Yeah, when you cook it, it's going to shrink.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
But you want it to be juicy, so you got to have fat in it. I would shoot for a 75-25 mixture, but most of the time your trimmings, you have to judge how lean the brisket is in general, how much fat cap is on it when you have the trimmings, and toss a little bit more fat in it if you need to. Because if it's not prime, it's not going to have a lot of marbling in it. It's just going to have the fat cap. So you might have to put a little bit in there and just kind of judge it. Take a patty and cook it right away on a skillet, see what it does before you finish everything else. And if you got to add some more fat into it, add a little bit more fat into it and mix it up. Boom.
Okay. Yeah, because I guess I should start doing that until the videos are done.
Yeah.
Then I can make the sausage after that, because I have my casings. I have everything I need to do the sausages except for just the whole process.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing I'm not including in, and I'll talk to Sean about it, I didn't put a recipe in. I didn't do a recipe. I showed the process. But I just already had the pre-seasoning done. Now, granted, I bought some seasoning mixes from Rio. I haven't done anything with it, but like these seasoning mixes are for like 25 pounds too, which is kind of crazy. But people can do that. They can buy the pre-done packs.
Maybe we'll have the brother do the seasoning video.
This guy. He's from Louisiana. He knows what seasoning is. and his sausages were very well flavored. Your sausages were great today.
They were better than Sean's for sure. By far.
You bugging, man. You bugging.
Some of the best sausages I've ever had in my life.
Right.
Now
those. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I hate that I have to bring this up, because I actually agree with Greg here. They were some of the best that I've ever had, but Greg also told me his briskets this weekend were freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, but he's talking about himself, so you take that with a grain of salt.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about the food. I'm talking about brisket. I'm Greg. Brisket Daddy Barbecue is a whole nother person. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah. Brisket Daddy Barbecue has Brisket Daddy, and the inside of his head fills that hat. That's not foam. When he puts
Bro, I
that hat
lost the
on,
hat.
that head gets so expanded,
I
it fills
lost the
that hat.
I haven't even had the hat for a week, bro. So that
How'd
proves
you lose the hat?
I have no idea, dude. The last event I did for my daughter's movie night, the lady was like, "Oh my god, I want a picture with you in the hat." I stuck my head in the window, took the picture, and that's all I remember. It was all a blur from there. I know I didn't leave it because I always do a dummy check. I pull the trailer forward. I check around, underneath. I always check the
Somebody
hitch.
stole that man's hat.
Somebody had to have stole my hat,
Or
or
Sacramento with a brisket deli.
my only other thought is that it was on the trailer or the back of the truck and it blew out, but I don't know if it was that light to blow out because it's a big head. And but I don't have the hat no more, so I ordered another one.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Is it even bigger?
The same size, same thing.
But
Dude, it's marketing 101. Like
Yeah, definitely.
I wear it and they instantly people want to know when and where. And I'm like, if you like the hat, you're gonna love the food. And then they just like, my God, I love brisket. I just can't wait. It's
never had
definitely
it.
a blue ocean. They've never had they just don't. There's just not out here. There's out here, but it's not out here like this. Like my friend, he did a brisket a couple of weeks ago in this reverse gravity fed fan controlled, and it's just not. It's just not the same. The flavor is different. You may really get a really good controlled cook and like a perfect low smoke and really good bark and the crust and stuff, but nothing beats wood for 12 to 15 hours. You can't. It's impossible.
That's right.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Man.
like I have a pellet smoker, but the offset just gets a richer, darker arc.
It does. Yeah,
It's
nothing
just-
beats an
it
offset.
does, like, no, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Mark knows his stuff. That's right, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah. But if I'm using White Valley Oak, I wish I could use Post Oak. Just don't want to pay for
Dude,
it.
it's what your region has. It's fine.
It's just what your region.
What your region. Yeah, don't fret on that. I just use whatever oak I can get.
Mm-hmm. Like our region has red also, but I need to do a wood order like in the next couple of days. So I'm completely out. I ran through my first quart of wood.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm happy about that.
Very nice. Well, we've got our seasonal sides coming out soon.
Okay.
The
Okay.
next couple weeks, which will be cool, which will be fun. I'll make sure I take lots of pictures. What do we got there? William Brock says, TJ, you could add a mock recipe with just basic ingredients, not your personal one. That way the viewers could make a basic sausage.
Are we talking like onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, paprika, basic stuff like that? And then from there, it's your special spices and seasonings?
I will figure it out. I've already done the video for the pepper jack chorizo. Chorizo pepper jack. That's what it's going to be, but I'm sure I'll have to add more videos into the class. But like the class is going to be a walkthrough on what I did this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
One thing too to keep in mind is that I'm just reading here, but one thing that I found out early on when I was starting to make sausage was you got to be very careful with the curing salt.
Yes.
Well, at high levels can become toxic.
Oh,
So you got to be careful. Now, you'd have to put a shit ton in there, but at the same time, you gotta know what you're dealing with.
hold on. Can you pause? I missed that word. You said you shit total.
Curing salt.
Curing salt.
Curing salt.
So what's wrong with the curing salt? You said that's toxic.
We
So,
put
no.
curing salt in to help preserve it when we're cold smoking it.
Oh, okay. Curing salt. Okay.
However, at high levels, because of sodium nitrate, it can become carcinogenic in the body at high levels.
Okay.
So the thing with the curing salt is that, and this is why everything's in grams, but it's basically the whole point of the curing salt is because if you're going to do it low and slow, it cures the meat to make it safe for that long cook, because the cook is going to be in a danger zone. If you're going to do it hot and fast,
That's
and
different.
it's going to be cooked in about an hour or two, you don't need the curing salt. Now with the curing salt, it's 2% is what you're going to have per volume for the amount. Like if you have five pounds, whatever, convert that to grams, and then do 2% of that weight in grams for the curing salt, and that's what you're going to add. So
Okay.
this is not your main salt. You still add salt into the mix, but the curing salt is what cures the
Keeps
meat to make
safe.
it safe for when you're doing a cold smoke
Mhm,
or a long cook.
mhm, mhm, mhm. How long is a cold smoke?
So today I did 3 hours at not even 100 degrees, and then cooked it 275 for 30 to 40 minutes to get it to cook, and then ice bathed it.
Yeah, I do a cold smoke at 150 degrees for about 3 hours. Is what I do.
Right.
How are you doing your cold smoke, Sean?
150 degrees.
No, what are you using to produce your cold smoke? Because I know what TJ does. What are you doing?
A smaller fire.
What smoker are you
Small.
using? And then
I use my 250. I use my 250 if it's available, or I'll use the other two smokers.
oh, okay. So you're not doing it with like just a smoke chamber of the what? Because TJ, you told me to get the
Pellet tube.
pellet tube. So
Yeah.
you cold smoke with the pellet tube. You don't.
Yeah, it
cold smoke-
doesn't bring. No, I can, and when I get to 250, but again, that just it's dummy proof on that. The you're not getting a bark on sausage, so the smoke tube provides more than enough smoke to put on. Bless you, sheesh. More than enough smoke on the sausage, because the sausage was like red with smoke after 3 hours. So I was like, because there's been times where I had to go 5 hours with it. And once I have enough smoke, then I just turn the smoker on. I use the pellet smoker on that because I didn't even get to film taking it out of the smoker and ice bathing it because it was raining on me. So and this was actually right before the live. I had to pull it out, ice bath it down, and shut everything down. But Sean does it in his at 150. Now he was doing it. You were doing it just in with around 225 to 250 before.
Yeah, I was just
First
cooking it
started.
all the way through. I was just cooking
Yeah.
it basically the day I was going to serve it, all the way from raw to ready to serve. But I was having issues with it because after you case it and then you stack them on top of each other and put them in the fridge, they start losing their form and whatnot, folding in on each other. So it was just a better in product going ahead and cold smoking.
So, in your masterclass video for the sausage making, you're going to go through this entire process, so I can continue to keep like watching it. I can be making my sausages and then watching your video, and then like I can go back.
Well, you can refer back to it, but you're going to want to watch it a couple times beforehand, just so you have an understanding.
Okay.
Like I'll go over tools needed, I only used the hog casings. There's sheep casings, there's synthetic casings. I just showed the 3 different ones I have on the casings, how to apply it, how to soak them, how to clean them off, I gotta go back and show how to unhydrate them. That'd be a good video because I have some extras that I didn't use. But just try to do a full walkthrough on everything I could think of. And I need to go back and do a video on the walkthrough of explaining the curing salt. Again, I just had everything pre-mixed, and when I got to the point after grinding, I just explained that I already had it pre-mixed and did it and kept on going. But it's more for the process of how to do their own sausage as opposed to providing the recipe for it anyway. Because everybody's got their own things, and that way you're not locked in.
Right.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I'll be your biggest fan. So, yeah, for sure. I got 2 of my biggest fans right here on top of me. This is great. I love it.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap it up here.
Oh, you getting tired? You had enough?
I'm getting a little tired, man. It's been a long day.
Oh.
It's been a long day, man. I gotta
Yeah.
go. I got some
Don't want to
stuff.
have any pictures of you sitting around online sleeping.
What's that?
So don't want to have any pictures of you sitting around online sleeping.
No, you won't find that. You won't find that, my friend. You won't catch me sleeping. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Gotta punch some people in the face, you know. Gotta
Just
train.
don't picture Greg.
Gotta
Don't
run.
picture Greg and kill him.
No, I couldn't do that.
Thanks for tuning in, William. I really appreciate you, man.
Yeah, William. I hope
We
you
have some-
enjoyed the show, my friend.
Yeah, for sure. How many people we still got in the chat? We're all good. Clear all
13
issues?
people live.
All right. Well, any last takers before Sean goes night night?
Johnny says Sean's going to have a scary dream traveling to Cali and getting served pre-cooked brisket from Costco.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a thing. That's a thing. And then hoping that he doesn't get sick from food being in the danger zone for 12 hours.
All right, guys, we appreciate you. We will catch you in the next one. Peace.
Have a good night.